Alright, welcome everybody to a new video. We have the 2019 Mazda 3 GT, and today we are going to be working on removing this chrome that goes down the side. We're not actually going to be removing it, we're going to be plasti dipping it black. It's really about the only chrome on this whole entire vehicle besides the lug bolts. We're also going to be working at the same time on plasti dipping the Mazda 3 emblem and the Mazda emblem itself on the tailgate. We're going to do this all at the same time. This will be a nice pace to walk around and work all the way around the car and then be back able to start right where we started at with the second coat and third coat and so on, working our way around. So here's the before shot. I don't know why Mazda decided to have chrome down the side, but let's get started on this. The only supplies we're going to need today, and this is probably an overkill having 2 cans of plasti dip, but we'll just say 1 for each side, and then there should be plenty left over for the emblems. We need some alcohol, and that's going to just be make sure there's no wax or residue on the chrome, and that just needs a light wipe down. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And then I just use some plastic drop cloth, and then some blue tape, and I'll show you how we apply that to the car. Alright, so when you're laying tape on the car, we need to make sure there's no water going to come out from in here. I used an air blow and made sure this wasn't. You do not need to scuff this up or anything. Once plasti dip gets put on, it will bond really strong, and if you ever want to take it off, you literally just peel it off. It's rubber. Now when you're masking off on plasti dip, you want to actually get plasti dip on the paint. So what we're going to end up doing is, this is just going to be an example, you want to have this tape about a 1/4 inch away from your chrome. This way, when you're liberally spraying in here, you're actually going to get the plasti dip on the gray part here, and we're actually going to get plasti dip on this black part right here. And then at the very end, I'll show you how we just peel that off. You don't even have to cut it, score it, or anything. It will actually just self-peel. It'll stay on the chrome. It'll only peel what you're peeling. Alright, now I'm going to lay tape down the side, and I'll show you the results of that at the end. We decided to just not risk any contaminants on the paint, so we used 3 of those rolls of plastic. But here's an example of leaving a little bit of the metal exposed, the chrome and the rubber on the top of it, and then pressing that down pretty good. But as you can see, we have the whole car taped off and plasticed off. We have the emblems, 2 emblems exposed back here, and even on this emblem, you know, just it doesn't matter how close you get, you just want to make sure you're not touching any of the chrome, and you want to leave enough of the black where you can actually peel it. That's actually kind of cutting it tight on the actual Mazda emblem there. But the whole car's wrapped and alcohol prepped, and now we're going to start our first spray. Got our black plasti dip. The very first 2 coats, we're going to work our way around, hit the emblems, and work our way down the other side. The very first 2 coats, really light coverage. You should still see a lot of chrome, maybe only 30 to 40% coverage on the first pass. And it's very warm out, and that should just facilitate it drying really fast. So we may be able to just work around in a circle, come back to, and go. So I'm going to get started on this. You want to keep it about 6 inches away at the closest, and no more than 10 inches away. Or if you get too far away, what happens is you start getting real dusty, and you start getting a really dusty coat. And if you get too close, of course, you're going to get runs in it. So they're just a fine medium. And now on the first couple coats, it's not very important if you get a little dusty, because you'll be able to go over and blend it in. Let's get some out. Alright, really good results there. That's a real light 50%, that's only about 40% coverage. Still see a lot of chrome. And by the end of this, we should have at least 5 to 6 coats on here, if not more. And that will make, the more coats, you need to have at least 5 coats, and that's going to be able to make it peel and also be durable. For doing the emblems, the reason I left a lot is, this is, you know, not very hard to peel around this, but you do need a good amount of surface so that you can grab it and really peel it off. And then this inner black part right here, that will all be peeled off also at the end, so it'll stay glossy. We're just going to leave this chrome with the flat. So like I said, first coat about 50% max. I also like to constantly be shaking the Plasti Dip. Alright, that went a lot faster than I thought. You definitely need to give the stuff at least 10 minutes to dry between coats, even on the first light dusting coats. So we'll come back and do a second coat in about 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes. You can check it on here. Not smearing anymore. You don't want to touch your product. Time for the second coat, and it's probably going to still see a little chrome even after this second coat here. Like I said, I'm saying about 6 inches away. We got about 80% coverage now. We got some angles on that one. You might want to hit it at some different angles. Alright, coat number 2 is done. And you might be noticing in the video, I have the wheels off now. We're going to actually do the calipers in a separate video. Paint them red. Check that video out if you have a chance. Alright, I might be boring you guys with multiple coats of Plasti Dip, but I think I'm just going to do, finish up here, get maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 coats, whatever I feel like, and then I'll show you guys the next process instead of showing you every single step here. Those first couple, 3 coats are the most important because of the percentage that you cover it. Now I'll just keep going. Okay, we have about 10 coats of Plasti Dip on here now. I just went kind of overboard. It was going so fast and drying so well that, and we barely used a whole can. I opened the second can just so I had some good pressure. But as you can see, we have all the emblems covered now and all the chrome down both sides. This is going to let this dry for about 20 or 30 minutes for the final coat, and then we'll start peeling off this plastic and this tape. It's all around, and then we'll show you the exact process. Now guys, this is the reason why I like to lay plastic all over the car. This is the dust, and you can feel the rubberiness in it. Now, it is dust, but there is a possibility that could stick to the surface of the car, even though it rolls off real easy, and it might even come off in the car washer with some wax. But you know, $1.19 for a whole roll of plastic wrap here, and it takes about 20 minutes to put it all on. I think it's worth it for getting rid of that hassle. Alright, the next step is I'll show you how we start taking this all off and get peeling it down so that it's just left where we want it. We are in the final stages here. We've removed the plastic from the car. It's been drying for about 30-45 minutes. It's not tacky at all anymore. This is a very good time to peel this tape off and peel the Plasti Dip off that we're not going to be left on the car. So you can see how thick this is here. You know, when I'm pulling on this, it's very rubbery, and that's what we wanted. And we're going to just pull this tape off. And as we're pulling the tape off, we will probably end up, it'll pull the Plasti Dip off all the way up to where the chrome is, which is our undesired results. Why we went so thick. Well, this is going to be the close-up of how we do this. So just going to start working the tape off. Now, as we get down near the chrome, Now this is where we should actually start pulling some of the Plasti Dip off. And yes and no. There goes that separation that we want. And look how clean that comes off. I didn't have to score this with a knife or anything. It actually just self-scores itself. And we're leaving the Plasti Dip where the chrome is, and it's coming off attached to the tape. This is the Plasti Dip that's black. And as we pull, as you can see, that is the result of having enough coats. If you don't have enough coats of Plasti Dip on, that won't happen. And see, we're even pulling it now, just the Plasti Dip, and leaving it on the tape. That's a little harder. I actually like to take it off at the same time as the Plasti Dip. But don't pull up and over your Plasti Dip. Pull away from it and go slow enough so that, see here, we got this little, and that is the desired results. And we can stop in this little area right here, just do a little tear, and we can go work up here on this part again. Now you see, we actually, is that chrome or black? That's the black plastic. So I'm going to try to pull. There's that separation we want. Look at that little fine little string right here. That's the black plastic part, and then that was the old chrome. Look how fine that just pulls right off around there. Now, you could even come back in a day later and use a toothpick if you wanted, just like, so there's a little Plasti Dip left on the black rubber right here. And I'm not gonna try to get that today. I think it's still, see, I can even rub it with my hand to get it started. I'm just gonna let that cure a little longer. You could peel this off in a month if you want. It doesn't matter when you take this off. It will all come off just like this. It never gets harder or softer, but we'll keep cleaning that edge up. But I am rubbing on it, so, and I do not want to rub on the chrome. So I'm just gonna leave that for now. So you got a little spot right here, and that just rubs right off. And then with the door open, we can get the rubber part here. Check this out, look how easy this comes off here. If you're not getting it to peel like this, that means you don't have enough coats on. Now, of course, we couldn't retape it all up and start. You just have to roll it off or use some solvent, but you know, you could go thicker and it wouldn't hurt it. That is so simple. All right, I'm gonna go do the other side. I really, really like doing these fine detail letters like this. This is where you gotta have a lot of coats. But just pull and bink, it just comes out all the way down between that A and that Z. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Right between that Z and that D. Boom. Fine line detail. Comes out around that perfect. Alright, we're gonna get it. Yep, right between that 3 even. Look at that. Alright, we had perfection. Now, some of it, we have a little bit of leakage right here, and it's rubber. I don't like to rub hard on paint. You know, we can go over this with a little quick detailing cleaner, some car wax, but you don't want to get car wax on your Plasti Dip. And then we still have between the D, and if you really, I wouldn't even try to get between those A's, it's too fine. But inside that D, we'll actually go to lunch, we'll get a toothpick, and then we'll actually get in there and like, pick that and pull that out. And it'll come out just the same, clean. I know the results will be good, but yeah, this just rolls off. We got a little overspray right here, and it's kind of leaking through. But we'll get all that cleaned up here in a minute. But yeah, as you can see, this is just, that came out really, really good. All right, the next emblem here, guys and gals, since this car belongs to a gal. There we go. We're gonna peel that right up to it. Look at that. That's Plasti Dip done right. All the way around. Clean. Very clean results. You know, I've done this Plasti Dip so many times that I still just love the results every single time. It's such a neat product. And I think it's great for emblems. I mean, people Plasti Dip their whole entire cars, but you know, I mean, that's fine, and it actually really protects the paint even, but you need to use more of a professional sprayer to do a whole entire car. It starts looking a little blotchy on bigger pieces, so. Yeah, we had a little overspray get through here. It'll come off real easy. Alright, so yeah, we left that nice black glossy part. Now, to get in here, we're just going to kind of scratch at it. You know, this is really thick and strong stuff, but it's still kind of tacky. This is how tough this stuff is. Look at this, even scratching it with my fingernail, and we just did this less than an hour ago. We're just going to work it and work it and work it until we start getting a little hole, and a wood toothpick wouldn't hurt the, there we go, look at that, and pull. Like I said, guys, you don't have to score this around there or anything and risk scratching up your car. Just pull it away. If it happened to pull off the emblem, well, you could just start over. Look how pretty that's gonna look. Now, I did notice I had one little lift up right here, and that happens sometimes. I'm gonna actually just try to tuck it, the little excess down, and yeah, that actually fixes it. I just used my fingernail and kind of tucked it in there. And it's a little harder to reach in here, but man, this stuff's tough. There, finally got it. Go away from the stuff you want to leave. Boop. Look how nice that looks, guys. Isn't that just amazing looking? That emblem, look at those emblems on the back of that, how nice it looks now. And then we just removed the Sky Active badge, you know, the little placard that was on there. We didn't even want to Plasti Dip it, it wouldn't look good. That's really nice. Now I'm going to take it off the other side, not show a close-up video of that. We'll just do a quick look here. Look how nice it is with that chrome gone. I'll do a final overview here when we're finally done and the car's cleaned up. We're all done, all peeled, all cleaned up. Look how good this looks, guys. The red brake calipers, that's a different video. All that chrome is gone now around the windows. We're gonna get the windows tinted this week. We just got the car, can't do it all at once. The emblem's done. This thing looks great. And I really am looking for some subscribers, some likes, comments, and I'll try to reply back to you guys. So hit that thumbs up, notification button, whatever you want to do. It's YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. See y'all later.